Did we? What are you doing, Rob? We have a seizure? What the fuck?
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages.
Just one girl.
It's me. To another episode of misBEERhavior.
Is that what we're doing now?
So
I guess we're doing that.
Yeah, because last week you guys did the whole like misBEERhavior
at the end,
and I'm like, dude, we're not doing that anymore.
It's heavy metal, man.
Heavy metal.
Because we're misBEERhaving. Anyway, I'm this week's host, Ron, and these are my lovely and talented co-hosts. This week we have the amazing Missy and the alluring and amazing Miss Ariana.
Yo.
And we are here to do two things: talk shit and drink beer.
And bust on Ron's balls.
That's right.
Well, that's where the shit talking comes in, right?
Sure, but we have to add the extra oomph to it.
Yeah,
Well,
that's right.
So let's give this a go and get into it.
Absolutely.
What shall we go with first? Do we have a preference?
I think we should try that one first because I feel like that's probably, I want to say that's going to be delicious, but it's probably going to be
I
disgusting.
didn't even look at them.
Okay, well.
Okay, so
Is
there's...
it 450 North?
It is a 450.
Yeah, see, I like 450 North, man.
That sounds really good.
Slushy like.
All right, so our first beer is Sapphire Haze by Fretboard, and it's a hazy IPA. Oh shit, it's like 5-6%. I didn't pay that close attention to it, but I was wrong. 6.7% by volume, and Fretboard is out of Cincinnati, Ohio, and I did a little bit of digging on them. Basically, they were started by like 3 musicians that came together, and they wanted to start a brewery. It was
Fretboard makes sense.
yeah.
It was 2017 they started their game, and they do a lot of live music shows there. I was looking at their website, and they've got a tribute to some like different musicians and things from back in the day. It looks pretty cool.
Awesome.
We really need to get there someday.
Hell yeah.
Sounds amazing. I was just reading these notes. At least it doesn't taste like acid reflux about one of the beers we did.
We've evolved so much from then. At least
that was
like...
That was
a couple
that.
episodes ago.
Oh, wow. And then I'll go...
That I still remember. That was like one of the first butt plug beers, and it was like this grape sour, and you guys were okay with it. I just could not do it.
I remember that. No, I feel like that you brought that one, and I remember we all thought it was like Ariana said something about it tasting. I feel like she said it tasted like acid reflux or
Aren't we
something
doing
like
it in
that.
front of this camera, Ronald? The middle camera?
That was closer to get to.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, I think this short camera is hard.
Oh, I thought we were gonna like sit it on the table and then pour. Or
Well,
something.
we've
have
got-
like whole plans.
Well, you got the additional hardware coming next week.
Okay.
We'll
So
just
we're gonna
have to
do a little-
figure it out.
We'll do a little bit of permanent furniture arranging then, so to speak.
Yes, I'm excited.
Me
We're getting
too.
a bar. It's gonna be
bar.
theme, whole alcohol theme.
That's right.
I'm gonna have an alcoholic version of myself in this house. I don't know. That didn't make any
I am
sense whatsoever.
doing this. I am doing this. So we're getting so much head.
I'm not like that today.
You know what? I prefer a head on a beer. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's
Yeah,
supposed
it's
to be
about
good
even.
for you.
So
Chug love.
Sapphire Haze from Fretboard.
Smells like an IPA.
Yep. Test
Smells like an
IPA.
IPA. It's a sweet smelling IPA.
Yeah.
I'm not getting. It smells like weed, man.
That was kind of thinking it's like a sweet weed, like pineapple weed.
My nose is a little stuffed up.
Pineapple weed. What the hell was that, Ron? It was like he had multiple fingers up.
It does taste it smelled very pineapple-y, but I like this. It doesn't taste as IPA-like
No.
as it smells.
It's got a little bit of a bitter citrus taste. Like it's almost like you're
I think it's.
eating the pith of the lemon or orange. The pith. Yeah.
I know.
I want to say it's almost got to me like maybe more of a wheat ale kind of a taste.
Wheat or weed?
Wheat, like Hefeweizen, kind of a something in there. It doesn't have that quite sharp note that most of the IPAs.
Yeah, it's like almost like a light
I
beer.
feel like it's got probably a light IBU on it. I don't think it says it on here. Well, I didn't look at the can,
My
but
nose is also very stuffed up, so.
Nah, she got the plague. We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Everybody's had the stomach illness lately, so. And my stomach was queasy earlier today.
And
Maybe
you-
it was just anxiety.
And you cooked for us. We're definitely good. Are you ready to shit your pants later?
yes,
Yes.
definitely gonna shit my pants later.
I'm excited about that.
Let's see.
I
Oh,
feel fine now.
no, that's just the thing over it.
Just a sticker. freaking
Well,
jumbo
it's
stickers.
the sticker over the
Single
barcode.
the probably 6-pack barcode or
And
whatever.
there's no IBU. I wonder if there's any IBU loaded on the site or on.
Maybe.
Citrusy.
It is light. That's a good. I don't. For the taste, I guess it's not quite for me as a whole to drink multiple of them. But that would be a good summer beer.
Lemon pith. Is that what you
I thought you were gonna say lemon piss.
Lemon piss.
Tastes
Yeah,
like-
I know, it sounds like I'm saying it. It sounds like you
It's
were saying
lemon, it's lemon pithy.
Like
pithy
Mike
taste.
Tyson, lemon piss.
I'm drinking that lemon pith, man.
So, yeah, I had to do some digging to find anything on Fretboard. I found a thing that, was it the beer gnome, the gnarly gnome? He did on his site about their history.
Oh, really?
He had some pictures and things, some pretty cool stuff there. And then I found an older article from before they opened off of one of the Cincinnati TV websites. Basically, we're just talking about their plans to build the place, and it was literally 3 musicians that came together and wanted to have a place so they could do, you know, craft fine music and fine beer.
I really like each sip after the other because it really dulls down the IPA taste and it's really good. Like it's fucking delicious.
I'm not getting much of the IPA taste. Like, it's like a very light IPA taste.
It's becoming more and more quickly delicious for an IPA.
Yes, definitely something enjoyable. I could drink a couple of these.
So I got
I could too.
light citrus, lemon pith, pineapple. I don't think lemon pith is like an option on there, but I wrote
Brine,
it down.
maybe, like, it's not, it's like they took the skin of the lemon. It's lemon skin, maybe?
Because that's what the pith is. That's
Like lemon zest.
Lemon
Yeah.
zest, there you go.
that would maybe work. I feel like that's probably not even an option because I know there's a lot of options, but
Zesty.
It's like lemon without so much of the tart and without so much of the sweet, maybe?
yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't get the lemon that much. I'm getting more like pineapple.
I'm not getting much of the pineapple, so.
The sweetness is the pineapple, but then that little, I don't know, the zing that it has to it is zing.
Trying to see, I don't think they really put family owned in Blue Ash, Ohio. So trying to see, yeah, they don't.
I think it should be the law. Like they should put like everything on there.
Well, they don't put the type. They didn't put the types
So
of
I
hops
have
on the can.
no
I'm sure.
questions.
I'm sure if I looked around the website, I could probably find the types of hops, but they don't really have them on there. So yeah. So my thing for this week is there is that cop chick who got busted for having, quote, a train ran on her by the entire police department she worked at, and it's been like the subject of internet memes for just a while. They just, to me, just kind of appeared, and I'm like, the fuck. And today, while I was at work looking into news sites, I came across basically, apparently the department she worked for before they terminated her did a 61-page report detailing everything that happened and all the stuff, because it's cops, they have to document the shit out of it. And I was just skimming through some of the notable things. They talked about her having a threesome with one of the cops and his wives and all this other shit, and it was just going, oh man, she is such a slut, she is such a slut, all these things. And then at the very end of the article it mentioned that she's 26 years old and is going through a divorce. At the time was going through a rough divorce. And I'm just going, oh, well shit. Poor girl thought she had her entire fucking life ahead of her and put her entire life to this one dude and was separating from him, and when that happened, she just fucking cracked. And she's like, fuck it, I'm gonna do hoe shit. This is the shit that I've always thought would be kind of cool in the back of my head. I've got nothing else going on, I'm gonna do hoe shit. And she did a lot of hoe shit.
Cops aren't allowed to crack in their personal life. They're allowed to crack on their duty and then be oh, it's okay, it's stressful to be a cop. It's not stressful to have a home life and get divorced and do all this shit. They're not allowed to bring their home life to work, but they're allowed to fuck up at work.
This is why we got the Trayvon Martin dude getting the shit beat out of him, because the cops aren't allowed to crack in their home life.
Right.
And in the same breath, I genuinely feel sorry for the chick, because it's one, she became a fucking meme for being a hoe. And that's gotta be rough, like, on a personal level.
I'm picturing Ron like I genuinely feel sorry for this
I do.
chick. There. as he's stroking the back of her head in between his crotch. That's out of those first pictures that came to my head. I don't know why I thought that immediately.
Not really, I understand where she's coming from, though. Yeah, it's hoe shit, but, like, I mean, who honestly hasn't been there in their life, particularly, where you're just like, fuck it, I have, like, been straight-laced and done everything I'm supposed to my whole goddamn life. I have been perfect, and everything was going to be great in this shit. And it's like,
That's kind of what I hate about the internet, though. It's like they just take something and fucking run with it, and people are horrible. And, like, just, like, I don't know, people just say horrible things, and it's like, those are real people you're talking about,
The other part that gets me, nobody said a fucking thing about the dudes that were doing it, because it's like, it's one thing for a chick to go do hoe shit and just fuck a bunch of dudes, like, she's a slut, but other dudes are like, not like, oh no, do not fuck me, do not suck my dick, don't let me and my 3 buddies go screw you all at once.
Wasn't there like threesomes with some of their wives too, though?
Yeah.
Which, that's kind of a different story, but
you're right.
If it's just like some guy that's cheating on his wife with her or whatever, then that's fucked up, and he should be just as, get just as much as she's getting, Equality, bitches.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though, threesome with the dude's wife and all that, and their wives, and it's just like, that paints a little bit different picture, because it's like, there was some definite, like, emotional distress kind of fucked up. It's not like right thinking per se for, like, norms, but it's just like, I feel where she's coming from,
Well, see, I feel like, so for one, I get it, she shouldn't have been fucking at work, but like, okay, get rid of the people who did that, sure, fine, whatever. But it's kind of like, if she was fucking anybody else that was, like a coworker outside of work, who fucking cares? And I get it if there's like a no fraternization policy, but I've not heard that term in a long time, and I almost feel like it's almost non-existent unless there's lower level of management. Like people, I don't know, most places I hear anymore, they do not give a fuck what you do with your coworkers as long as your coworker isn't your boss. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's not that big of a deal. If you want to fuck 5 dudes, go fuck 5 dudes. Who cares?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect anybody's ability to be a cop unless she gets knocked up by a couple of them because they created a twins type deal.
See, though, like, we're sitting here talking about it, and the thing I'm thinking, I'm like, why is it any of our business what she's doing? Like,
it's all over the internet, that's why.
I know, just why should I have an opinion on it, or why should anybody besides the people involved have an opinion on it?
It's just like,
fuck your opinion.
it's slut shaming on a mass scale. I don't
know.
People like to slut shame.
Yeah.
That's true.
They like to slut shame women. I don't think I've ever heard a dude get slut shamed unless it's a girl getting mad about a dude.
Yeah.
Well, like, slut shaming for dudes is, man, you fuck like 10 chicks. How many kids do you got? 8. Are you paying child support on you? Fuck no. Fuck all those bitches. They don't fucking deserve that shit.
The thing that cracks me up. Okay, so like the whole, like she's had sex with a lot of dudes, she must be really stretched out. But I'm like, so why isn't your dick getting smaller when you're fucking all these chicks? Seriously, like how is it
sticking that big hard dick in that tight vagina getting compressed more and more and more?
If that's like your thinking, then like I don't know.
I just go straight to anybody who says that is wildly ignorant because it's a muscle, and the more you use a muscle, the stronger it gets. So actually, it doesn't matter. Right, exactly.
It's like doing Kegels and shit,
Right, it
you
doesn't
get
matter.
like fucking like pussy abs or pabs or whatever they do.
I got a 6-pack down there, yeah, right.
It's like, bitch, my pussy.
Pabs.
I got fucking pabs. My fucking pussy's root for your pleasure. You gonna stick this in there so tight, thin pabs, you go like, 3 seconds.
And it's like, oh dude, she's a hoe, she's probably loose as hell. Or, oh dude, she just got divorced and she was with some dude for 10 years. It's like, do you think she's gonna be loose too because she had just as much sex with him as somebody else did with fucking 100 dudes? Like,
I know, people are dumb.
It's like, that just doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, if you're a guy hoe, your dick's gotta be really small.
If you're a guy hoe,
A go?
A go?
Go?
Yeah, I just feel like, yeah. There's some brainlessness to it. I don't know. All around. I mean, you can be a hoe, it doesn't matter, but like as long as you treat the people good and like it's all consensual, like what?
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
I suppose if you're not lying and manipulating, it's all good.
Right?
Yeah.
There you go.
I don't know. That was my thought. That's the main thought I have for today. What do you guys got?
My brain is thoughtless.
Well, I came up with this really morbid scenario, and I was telling you guys that that was what I was going to talk about. But this is not
Like
I
a
feel
would you
like-
rather?
Yeah, but I also, it's like, I'm not going to go through the thing to think about would you rather, so it's like, I don't feel like that should be, not that I don't think it could be brought up, but it's just, it would turn a dark twist. It would not be funny. It'd be like, oh, now we're all bummed. So anyway, my scenario was like,
Would I rather suck 15 dicks or get 15 dicks put up my ass?
no, that's not like.
We all know what
the
you choose.
Right, both.
At the same time.
But so my thought, it was just like, so if you had a family, like a few family members that you like really cared about and loved, like 3 or 4 family members.
Do I have to like my family?
Well, or just your 3 or 4 favorite people that like are your most 100%, whatever. And then they all get in a car accident together and die. That would suck. But would you rather have that? Or would you rather have like just one of them die and then you go through the grieving process and you start finally getting over it and then the next one dies and so you have to go through it all over again until all of them die? You do that in that fashion. So you're basically grieving the 3 separate times and then so you have to heal 3 or 4 separate times.
So you're saying you want everybody to die at one time?
She wants us all dead at once.
Like, would you rather have everybody die all at once or would you rather ration out I think I just want to take a hit and have one person die and come to terms with that and then take a hit.
As soon as you come to terms with it?
The next person dies and then that happens for 3 or 4 people.
This is like the fucked up version of Final Destination, am I right?
So whenever I grieve something, it usually takes me 8 or 9 months most of the time.
So who's dying first, me or her?
And
Me.
so it would be like years of grieving.
Right, you would have that whole because I was like, well, damn, what would be worse? Would it be, because you could easily turn to that other person and grieve with them and have somebody understand with you, blah, 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 that this person died until you do that to the last person, But then if it's all of them, you'd be like, those would be the 3 or 4 people that I would naturally turn to. I don't know what to do.
See, what you're describing to me feels like just old age. Would I rather all my friends die at once in a car accident tomorrow, or would I rather,
them die here and there,
as
die
you get
you see
older and older, and
dude,
then,
that is old age.
and then suddenly you're 96 years old, all your friends are dead, and your family's got their own shit. You're just I'm sitting in old folks.
Yeah, but if you're that old, are you just pre-grieving because you're just oh, my friends are gonna die soon, so
it's
just pre-grieve, come to terms with it before it actually happens.
Yeah.
Damn, what
I
the
already
fuck,
knew he was gonna die soon.
I lost a couple of them. He was getting sick, just not looking the same. Yeah,
I'm sitting in the old folks home. God damn it, when am I gonna die? When's my
pre-grieve those
fucking
old
time?
people.
When's my fucking time?
I guess when you have an elderly relative and you're oh yeah, they're getting up there, they're probably gonna die soon. You kind of come to terms
knew
with
my
it.
dad was gonna pass away, so it was already I was already coming to terms with the fact that it was gonna happen.
Right. So then
you still grieve once they're gone, but it's I think
you have more of that.
Not as bad because you're prepared for it a little bit,
And you've already started having small bits of grieving here and there. That makes sense.
I wouldn't say it's not as bad, but I don't know.
You handle it better.
Easier
I think you've had the mentality of it. When it's a sudden, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, damn it, Billy, kill me.
I'm trying to think. I guess I've had a cousin die all of a sudden. What the fuck? I can't really. And I wasn't real close to him. He was older, so it's we didn't really hang out or anything too much. But I think that's really the only person that just suddenly died.
Yeah, I don't know that I've had anybody that I was really close with just suddenly die. I don't know. I don't think so.
I've had a couple people in my time suddenly die. There was a guy I used to work with at Hastings way back in the day. His death hit me. His daughter was just a few years younger than mine, And we worked together. I watched him and his wife meet, fall in love, get married. We went to all the same like nerdy Transformer shit together, and we talked for a long fucking time about, I talked to that dude every day about all the same nerd shit. Good guy. And he worked at Kroger's over in Richmond when he'd passed, but there was a bad snowstorm. And basically he got off work late, he was a manager, and slipped through a stop sign and somebody T-boned his ass, instantly dead. That one sucked because his little girl got to grow up without her dad, and like his massive nerd Transformer collection, his wife asked me to help go through and sort it out, and it was like, that one fucking hit. That one hurt.
That's fair.
My uncle, he died suddenly. I mean, I liked my uncle and all that, but that one didn't hurt as bad,
I kind of liked your reaction to that. My uncle died suddenly, but
Well, so it hurt, but like my uncle, like years before, he was in Vietnam and he had a lot of mental issues. And like one day he just upped and borrowed my cousin's truck, and his other son lived out in Las Vegas. In the last 3-4 years of his life, he basically ditched everybody from around here that he, real close
so
to.
he just kind of went away from everybody.
Ditched everybody, and he went out to Vegas to be with his oldest son and that part of the family. Well, he was trimming like a palm tree on a high ladder, some like
Oh, damn, I remember you saying that.
like 20 or 30 feet up in the air, and Uncle Jim was a dumbass. Loved the man, but he was a dumbass how he did things, and
most guys.
palm trees, and he hopped this ladder up. He was hopping a ladder around the palm tree 20 feet in the air, and
Oh Jesus!
he fell off and landed in.
It's not a pogo stick.
Yeah.
It's not.
No.
Sounds
So,
like fun though.
so
Right.
off that depressing thought, what do we think of hazy?
That's what I was getting ready to ask. Oh yeah, it was also gonna be like it was hazy also. Like
Yeah.
It was definitely had a good haze to it.
It did.
For an IPA, I liked it. I'm gonna give it a 4.
I think a 3.
I was gonna say about it. I'll give it a 4. I was gonna go with 4.5.
3.5.
Actually, I'll give
Don't
it.
change your rating based off of us.
No, I think it is.
I was thinking about a 4.5. I don't know. I'll go in the middle of 4.25.
4.25.
I could definitely drink a lot of those with or without food. That would be a good one to eat, drink with food.
I could. Oh, and I also wanted to mention like those haze Jews that we drank last week, and we didn't think they were that good. I had them with a steak, and they were fucking amazing with steak.
Hell yeah, that would be.
And this
good.
is why I think we should pair foods in our beer sometimes.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
I don't know.